welcome to this edition of Stream On. I'm Jim Williams, your host, and this is one of the most exciting weekends of the year, especially for people like me. I'm a college football fan, have been all my life, and it's week 0. So in less than 12 hours, toe is going to meet leather, and all across the country, college football will be underway. Now, with that in mind, my guest is Senior Vice President of Marketing, Jinx Joglekar from Sling. To me, they are the college football home for streaming video. Jinx, I know that you guys have really embraced college football and football in general over the years. You just keep getting it better year in and year out. Let's talk about college football on Sling 2022.
Yeah, definitely. This is a big weekend for us. It's they call it week 0, but it's go time for us. So what
Right.
we're prepping really on really two fronts, and one is what we're doing to make sure we have the right offer and marketing and all that for our
Mm-hmm.
customer base to know what we have, and right now we're out there with for our new customers that really want to get to know Sling, our half off offer. So really getting the best of college football, the best of the NFL when that launches in another week. For a price that
Mm-hmm.
fits the budget, which is so important right now. And even
Sure.
as we move into the season, we're still the lowest price offer and the best for your wallet in terms of all of the other streaming services out there that you can actually watch
Mm-hmm.
college and NFL. So that's key for us. As we were talking about before, we've also got the way for you to add on um, uh, the features and channels that are right for you. So
Mm-hmm.
for example, you cannot get a lower price on Red Zone anywhere
Mm-hmm.
in streaming. So that to me is like as a fantasy football fan and somebody that's really um, uh, engaged in sport, like so key for me as a fan. And so with that kind of thing, and then when you add on our college breadth, whether it's College Game Day or an ESPN, or we talked about the
Uh-huh.
ACC networks, the Big Ten networks, Longhorn Network, etc. I mean,
Right.
it's a really compelling offering for folks to come in.
Well, I took the liberty of checking, and give or take a game or two, by the end of the season, it's going to be about 615 or 20 games on Sling. So that pretty
Yeah,
much assures you that if you're a football fan, you're going to be able to find something.
yeah, exactly. There's something for you, and I think that's what's nice. So we talked about the marketing side. On the product side, what's just
Mm-hmm.
really coming to life, which is when you come to our app, whether it's on your 10-foot, on your TV, or on
Right.
your tablet, you're able to see a personalized, customized home screen that's right for you. It'll show you,
Mm-hmm.
all the content you watch, what's recommended for you, and then all the games. If you're a sports fan, all the games you watch, and all the games that are going to be on. So really great view there. And then what we're launching this year that we trialed in March Madness is a sports score
Uh-huh.
ribbon that really allows you to see what the other games are, see the scores going on, and then if you have that uh, package, or you have that add-on from be it AC, Big Ten, whatever, you can actually
Right.
click in there and start to watch. So it's pretty great
Yeah, that's a
great
nice
feature that's coming.
addition. Well, you guys
Yeah, I
have
mean,
always
again,
been
we
pretty innovative, with how you've packaged things going. As you said, March Madness, what you've done with the Olympic situations. You've always been very fan friendly when it comes to sports.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we're all fans here in the office. That's for sure. Whether
Mm,
you're talking to us on the marketing side, whether you're talking to the
right.
product guys or the ops team, the customer experience team, the dev, like all around the organization are fans. And I know we're talking sports, but I'll say we're fans of TV. So we
Right.
love innovating in the space, and we love all kinds of content, sports and otherwise. So you're going to see that innovation and product feature set roll out, as we move through Q4 into 2023.
One of the things about, and we brought it up a little earlier, but one of the things that is so important in college football is the fact that you want to be, true to the conference, right? If you're a graduate of the Big Ten, if you're a graduate of SEC, ACC, Pac-12, doesn't matter. Everybody wants to watch games that are meaningful to them and to their alma maters. And I think when we were talking about that a few minutes ago, that's really what college football is all about. College football is about tradition. It's about something you might have been, done with your family, where you go to a tailgate and you see, grandfathers and grandmothers go in one direction, the parents go in the other, and the kids headed for the student section, all on game day. And I think that that's something that one of the things that I kind of promoted last year on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pregame show was to take, your take Sling with you and literally watch it on your tablet, on your phone while you're getting ready for the game. And I think the portability of the content, whether it's college or pro, is always important, because you can't always be near that flat screen TV on Saturday. You sometimes are in transit, or, as I said, on your way to the game.
Yeah, I think you make such a great point, especially as we're coming out of a couple of years of being in the house, 24/7. We're seeing that in the way people watch and in the way people consume, and so that idea that you can watch it on your, like I said, you can watch it on your TV, you can watch it on your tablet, you can watch it on your phone, all the features and games and quite frankly, where you are in the game is all one cohesive experience that you could take with you. It is so key for us at Sling, but also for the fan base. And like I said, we're fans, so we're there. We're getting ready for the game. We're watching the pregame show. We're going out.
Right.
We're with our families. We're getting together with our friends and families. We're watching the game. We're able then to kick it onto a 10-foot from mobile and say, hey, this is where we left off the game. Let's keep watching it. So you're absolutely right. And we see that, not only in how people consume sports, but just how people consume television in general. And we want to be right there with them and how they consume.
Well, I mean, one of the, obviously, there's a lot of outstanding streaming services, but one of the things that sports and news, that's the only appointment television left on. Every other time is prime time, is when you or I decide we're going to sit down and we're going to watch it. And so, Jinx, from that standpoint, I think the ability for Sling to kind of dominate that space of, okay, it's appointment TV, I need to watch it, and it's still meaningful, is critical. And I think that's where the rubber meets the road from what you guys have done with what you're both from a technological standpoint as well as a programming content standpoint.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and that's a conversation we have, every day here at Sling. And I'll say you hit it exactly right, which is the product and the team here has done an amazing job uh, of of getting to a place where we're the number one in reliability from a live streaming perspective, both across live and on demand. And what we've then thought about then is, on the product side, we've done that. On the programming side, you're right. We've got the right channels. We've got the right ways for a customer to watch and the right content to watch. And then on the marketing side, we talk about how do we then keep it affordable, right? Especially in this economy, what we're seeing now, it is like, as fans of TV, it is so important for us to go to market with the best price in sports and news. And that's our motto. That's what we talk about every day. How do we get that out in the marketplace and let new customers understand, but also reinforce that to our existing customers, right? That there's no better way to watch sports and news, but also there's no more affordable way, which is, right
Right.
now where we're at, so important.
Yeah, it's one of the things that you were just talking about this a few minutes ago. One of the things I like to do, and I'm sure I'm not the only person on the planet that does it, is maybe you're watching on a Sunday, you're watching your favorite team on whatever network. I always have on my phone Red Zone from Sling, and I'll be watching Red Zone so that I can see what's going on while I'm also watching the game. And so you get this, the second screen. I started this podcast 4 years ago, and 225 podcasts later, I I can't tell you how much has changed. It's just amazing. And now the second screen, which used to be something that was thought of as either a luxury or who in the heck is going to watch that or whatever, the second screen has become almost normal. It's almost the third screen that you're wondering about. But yeah, second screen has become huge, and with the amount of content you guys have, you can be watching one game, but at the same time, you can have that other game on your phone and kind of glance over there from time to time. And if you feel compelled, you can bounce from the Pac-12 network over to the Big Ten network and check out that game that maybe your team's having a good day and winning by 20 points, so you can feel all right. Let me sneak over and catch a little bit of this other game. And again, it's right there in your pocket.
That you're hitting the nail on the head, especially, and I talked about it, I'm a fantasy football junkie, so that I'm with you on the red zone front. But that we see that in the way people watch, but we see that also in the way we watch as fans, right? You're gonna have something up on the 10-foot. You're always going to be, our phones are a part of our lives now, as for better or for worse. So on there, you're going to be looking up stats, you're going to be looking up scores. You're watching movies, you're going to be looking up who's in that movie, right? What else are they in? Why do I know that, right? Right. So what we're thinking about with the product team here at Sling is how those interactions all marry together, and I can't give away too much, but I'm really excited with the work that's going on in that front, and excited to share what's going on with that, and in the coming quarters. But I'd say, at least for football itself, the idea of hey, look, we're gonna have sports scores, we're gonna have the ability then to get into red zone, follow your fantasy team while you're following your team at home on the 10-foot is just, it's awesome. And I'm getting excited for 2 weeks just thinking about it.
But talking from a professional standpoint, the past 2 seasons I've been the host of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pregame show, and I always have red zone up because I can look over off the monitor and say to folks, okay, well, here's what's going on. So and so's about to drive, because the Bucks have been having 425 games, and so scores come in as you go along, and it's not only good for the fans, it's actually good. I hasten to guess that there's probably more than one or two of me out there who are tuned in from a broadcast standpoint to watch it as well.
Yeah, that's right. And with the league getting really exciting this season, we're here in Denver. We got Russell Wilson, and a lot of I'm a Philly guy, so excited to see what Jalen Hurts and the new weapons AJ Brown's going to bring to the team. What it allows you to do is be in one place but watch from all places, right? And I think you're seeing a lot of that, right? And we're if you look at the macro view, right, like a lot of movement, this isn't an economic podcast, so we won't get too deep in it. But you see a lot of movement. You see people moving from various parts of the country to another. They want to stay connected with their hometown. They want to stay connected with the things they love, the sports they love, the content they love, and that's where from our perspective in Sling as TV fans, as sports fans, that's what we're exactly trying to do. So that's why we're trying to give breadth of content, whether it's Red Zone or back to college, so the college divisions, but give them that breadth of content, but give them access. So whether it's mobile, whether it's 10-foot tablet, etc., you have that ability.
And it's a lot of fun from a college football standpoint and pro football standpoint to really just get there and have fun with it. Okay, I'm going to out you, Jinx. You're a fan. Do you have a favorite college football team?
My favorite college football team is the University of Pittsburgh, Pitt, because that's where I went for my undergrad.
My father graduated from Pitt, so I have a special place in my heart for the Panthers over there, and it's gonna be fun. Are you a Steelers fan then, or are you not?
So I was born and raised in Philly, so I bleed green. I'm an Eagles fan through and through. But
fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly. But I gotta say, if there's an AFC game and Steelers are on, I'm gonna root for my Steelers. Having lived in that city, but it was an interesting time when I was there because it was the time when the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl versus the Patriots, and so the Eagles won the NFC Championship and the Steelers lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship. So that was an interesting time to be there and be an Eagles fan. I'll tell you, I kept it home that night. Let me just put it that way, and celebrated myself.
You came very close to having the Turnpike Super Bowl at that point.
I know. I'm still holding out hope. I still think Kenny Pickett's now on the Steelers, and Pitt guy at Pitt. I think they've got some good running way in front of them. Mike Tomlin's a great coach, and and we got some really great weapons. And Sirianni on the Eagles side is first year doing
well.
things. So let's see what happens in year two.
Okay, Jinx. We've come to the point of the program where it's shameless plugs. That's my term, not yours. Go ahead, tell me and the folks out there why they need to be over at Sling starting as soon as possible.
Yeah. So thanks, Jim. And we talked about it, right? Sling is the streaming product for fans, made by fans, and so we all here at Sling are deep football fans. We've got the product and the experience and the features and breadth of content to get the football fan what they need, whether it's their diehard NFL fans and fantasy fans that need Red Zone for every play, whether they're big college football fans that want to follow their conference, right? We've got those packages, and we're the best price. We are literally the best deal for college football, for NFL football. You cannot get Red Zone and watch Red Zone for a cheaper price. So that's why all the football fans listening need to go to sling.com, sign up today. For those that are new, like we talked about, it's half off. So it's even a better price point to get in. But even when you're in month 2 and you're in October and you're watching more games and you're watching all the other great content with Showtime on demand and other things that we've got in our platform, it's still a fantastic price for you at $35 a month.
Yeah, can't beat it. No question about that. You can't beat the coverage. Well, Jinx, thank you very much, and I'm sure we'll catch up down the line, but we'll be rooting for Pitt in the ACC and see how they do this year. And there's plenty of college football for everybody. So no matter where you are in the country, you got plenty of stuff to look at, and it's all covered. So, Jinx, appreciate your time, and we look forward to week 0 as things get wrapping up here this weekend.
Thanks, Jim. Really appreciate the time. And yeah, super excited for football to start. We've been waiting all summer for it. So we start this week, and it's going to be a great fall.
Special thanks to Senior Vice President of Marketing, Jinx Joglekar from Sling for joining us today. Be sure to check out the show box below and find out all the wonderful things Sling has for you as a football fan, not only college, but the NFL. All of that's in our show box below. Again, thanks to Jinx for joining us. We'll be back with some final thoughts right after this from Ford, and specifically the truck that changed the world, the brand new electric F-150 Lightning.
Can a truck change everything? Well, it could change our company, pointing the way forward for 180,000 of us across the globe towards a digital future with connected experiences and over-the-air updates. It can change the Rouge yet again, helping write the next chapter of American manufacturing. It can change the way we build forever, creating state-of-the-art, zero-waste to landfill facilities that change communities and regions along the way. It can change how Americans, how the world, feels about electric vehicles. It can change who we think drives a truck, who drives an EV, who drives a Ford. Now, that's a lot for one truck to do, but this thing's just getting started. Turn it on, and it will change how you think about driving, about towing, hauling, about powering a campsite or a work site. It's the only EV that's an F-150, the only EV built for tough, the only EV smart enough, fast enough, tough enough to carry our name. So can this truck change everything? Well, let's find out.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Stream On. I'm Jim Williams. Now, if you're not one of the over 75,000 people who've taken the time to subscribe to our fun podcast family, well, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, we make it simple because it's free. You can find us at the iTunes Store. You can find us at Google Play. We're at Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, as well as iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, and frankly, anywhere you get podcasts. All right? Now, if you have an assistant device like Alexa or Siri or, Google, all you have to do is ask them to play the latest edition of Stream On, and guess what? They'll do it for you. All right? Now, if after all that you still can't find us, not a problem. Pull out the old Google machine, type in Stream On with Jim Williams, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and guess what? You'll get Stream On sent directly to your phone or your tablet every week, okay? So we try to make it simple for you. Please go out there and subscribe today, all right? Thanks so much. All right, special thanks to Senior Vice President of Marketing, Jinx Joglekar from Sling. As we said before, take advantage of all of the deals that they're doing right now for college football fans as we are about to enter week 0 of the 2022 college football season. And as I said earlier, I could not be more excited. Okay, next week, we're going to start looking at fall programming. There's a lot of new stuff and a lot of highly anticipated things that are going to be streaming this fall. And we're going to have some fun guests to talk about the fall season, which is only, about 3 to 4 weeks away. So not that far away, folks. We're going to talk about the fall season on our next edition of Stream On. Until then, I'm Jim Williams for the entire team here at Stream On saying thanks for joining us. See you next week. Take care.